All right. So 2021, let's bring back the baking. It's a nice rainy day outside, and we are getting ready for my son's birthday, and he likes biscuits. So I'm gonna try JoJo's biscuit recipe for the first time. Yay! Come along with me. All right, I've got my self-rising flour. I've got my baking powder. I've got my baking soda. I've got my buttermilk. I've got my very cold butter. I've got my 2 eggs. Got a grater to do the butter with. And then I picked this mug because I don't have a biscuit thing like she shows here. But I like the size of this. And I tried making biscuits like last week and they were too small. So I like this size. I think it'll do for the job. All right, so I don't have a pastry tool that Joanna recommends. So I am using 2 knives. This is what my grandma and my mom used to do. And you're supposed to get it so that the butter, which you've already added in here, so that it's like pea size. Mine are a little bit bigger than peas right now. They're more like marbles. So I'm just working it out. Might have to get the right tool though. When your flour is, you know, kind of pea-like, pea-size shape, then you push that out of the way. And it says to add beaten eggs. So I'm beating the eggs. Do a little bit more. And then I think I'm just supposed to pour it in. And then she says to stir it with a wooden spoon and then stir in 1.5 cups of buttermilk. All right. Spoon right here. I love that. All right. Stir it together until combined. Okay, then 1.5 cups of buttermilk. Okay, that looks pretty good. I think it's supposed to be a little bit more crumbly than that, but that's okay. This is our experiment, and then I've got my buttermilk here. So we can hold it that way. I can get it open. There we go. Ooh. You can also make buttermilk with milk and lemon juice. All right. 1 cup, how much? 1.5 cups. Ugh. Gross. But it works. All right, and then what are you supposed to do? Turn it into a sticky mass. If it's too dry, add more buttermilk, 1 teaspoon at a time, mixing after each addition until it reaches the correct consistency. Cover the bowl and refrigerate for at least 30 minutes or up to overnight. Make it ahead. Okay, so far I've invested, what time is it? Oh yeah, I'm 25 minutes into this project. Be back in a minute. All right, so I'm really loving the consistency of this dough. I've been stirring it for about a minute, and I remembered the first time that I made biscuits, it was my friend Beth's recipe, and it was amazing. And you just basically get it into a big blob like this, and then you just turn it out on a cookie sheet with an edge. So Joanna's process of like cutting it into little cute shapes is a little bit different. I'm gonna add a tablespoon more of milk because it's a little bit dry. See that dry corner at the top? So buttermilk, in we go. I think it's gonna need more than that though. It's supposed to be a sticky mass. Anyway, so many years ago I lived in the South. My friend Beth shared her recipe with me. I absolutely loved it. Then we moved back to San Diego and we were hosting international students. And something I've just realized is that wherever I am and whatever I'm doing in life, like I try to like correspond the food to what's happening. So like for today, the reason I'm doing this is to practice for my son's birthday, because he said he really wanted biscuits. That one of his favorite things is sausage biscuits for breakfast. Usually we just get them, you know, from a restaurant. Usually a drive-through. So this is a lot of fun. And I'm glad to know I can make it ahead of time. And it's probably been like a decade since I tried to make biscuits, except that I tried last week. So I'm kind of on a biscuit kick. And I just have a lot of fun with it. And two, like if you're a literature approach mom, you can incorporate the food of the area that you're studying into your daily life. Just makes it so much more fun. So let's say you're, you know, reading The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. You're studying World War I. You're planting in the garden the same things that, you know, the characters in the book saw planting in the garden. So you've got your nature covered, and then you do, for your math, you could do biscuits and stuff like that and make them English biscuits. Look up some English recipes and do them together, and then you're like having this almost foreign, you know, living abroad in a different time in a different place experience, because you're doing food that way, you're reading. Oh, this is a lot of work. I'm getting in shape, y'all. Get your exercise. So I'm making this for my son as a gift to my family. But when they were little, I would have said, okay, this is going to be our math today. We're going to learn how to make this recipe one time straight through, and then we're going to double it another time, and then we're going to half it another time, so you get really used to working with fractions. And this is when they're very young, so like before puberty and whatever. But yeah, there's a way to do school at home and make food from scratch. Wow, this is a wonderful blob. Kind of looks like her picture. Let's see. There we go. It's supposed to have kind of that consistency. That's what we're aiming for. Thank you. Yep. So this is really fun, pressing this into a round, and it's got to be 1/4 of an inch thick and 14 inches across, like across. Move this over for just a minute because the pan keeps falling off the burner. Okay, well those are only supposed to take 4 more minutes to cook, and I have a timer going. Okay. We're still cooking, the burner's on high. What temp do you want it on? 3 or 4. 3 or 4? Okay.
saffron. Fire.
Coming behind you.